Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by a fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
Oh, so another video of just my random thoughts. So, I'll just share with you whatever is happening in my life or whatever I'm thinking about. So, if that is not of your interest, don't watch the video. I'll be speaking on good, bad, ugly stuff and just normal stuff. So, if that interests you, stick around. The first thing is ever since this Emirates Airlines terminations have started, I'm pretty overwhelmed with the number of emails and messages. It's like, it has increased like threefold or four times more. The number of emails, messages, just information, not just about job losses, but requests for help, requests for loans. People are afraid. People want guidance about their loans and their jobs. Would they get arrested? What to do next? And it's quite a lot. It's quite a lot, because what happens is, how my style is, I like to clear up my WhatsApp, delete all the messages, read, respond, and delete all the messages, emails, everything that I get. So I like to keep it like zero. But like every time I've been trying to delete, every time I've tried to reach a zero email or zero WhatsApp, it fills up again. It's just frustrating. And what really bugs me is the fact that there are some people who just can't seem to understand that what I do is work. What I do is not, I'm not jobless, I'm not unemployed. Like, this is my office hours that people get in touch with me, my office hours, my working hours. So people are like sending me messages to chat with me, to talk to me. Fine, I appreciate, but then some of them are like, bro, I want to talk to you. Talk to me about what? And I want to tell you about life in UAE. I know life in UAE. What do you want to tell me? Be specific. No, it's something I can talk to you only. I tell them, I'm sorry, I'm busy. And, if they would understand, it would be nice. But they don't get it. And they are like, again, pestering, no, why are you acting like this? Just because you're famous and you're a big guy, pride has a fall, and they start lecturing you. Those are some. And then there are others. This one's very common. People sending me, WhatsApp message is supposed to be brief, to the point. Just get to the point. Unless, of course, it is an incident or you're talking about some big news that I have to feature. People go on and on for hours and hours. I copy-pasted one guy's WhatsApp message. It came to around 2 pages of a Word document. 2 pages. That much he has written. And what did he write? He wrote to me about his problems, about his life. He was born this and he worked for so many years. And in the end, he's like, I just need some, I need your advice. I need your guidance. I told him, my advice, my guidance, this is my charge per hour. You decide. Then there are business people who send me, should I invest in this? Should I invest in that? Should I do this? Should I do that? When you tell them, you offer your services professionally, no, I can Google it. Why should I pay for you? And Google it. Why are you telling me? And then you have these other people. This is the most irritating of the lot, where people like this female put this message that her mother, father worked for 20 years, 30 years, whatever. Okay. They were earning a combined salary of like 60,000 dirhams or something, like roughly $15,000 or $20,000 in total, with the perks and benefits. So they were earning this for the last 15, 20 years. Good sizable chunk, good life. And then she tells me, today we have been terminated unfairly. Both of them, they lost their jobs. And now they need a job. So they wanted my expertise. I said, these are my charges. This is the work that is involved. After I checked out, like, what is the profile? What is the industry? What is the position? Which country? All the details I took. And based on that, I send them a quote. I send them a price. This is what it will cost you. And the response was, no, we don't have money. You worked for 15 to 20 years, earning a income of $15,000 to $20,000 a month. And now you don't have money to pay for a professional to do work. So I asked them, what do you want? No, if you can help us for free, we'll We'll pray for you. We'll tell God will bless you. The typical. We'll tell all our friends. We'll give you a glowing recommendation. Who the fuck wants a recommendation, man? How will the recommendation feed my wife and my baby and me? So this is some of the crackpots. Then you have this, other people who this one's stupid. News that is 2 weeks old. Some people are sending me 2 weeks old, 3 weeks old. Hey, did you read this, man? And what the fuck, man? Every day the world is changing. You're sending me 3 weeks old news. And that's another crackpot. Then you have these other people who send you Black Lives Matter. And Black Lives Matter, yes. Everyone's lives matter. What do you want me to do? No, put a video on Black Lives Matter. I don't know anything about Black Lives Matter, man. I can just give you an opinion. And I've already stated my opinion that it's not only black or white or anything, it's all lives matter. The thing about US is, or UK or whatever, for example, I'll tell you, if a cop were to stop me and say, show me your this and that, I'll be most cooperative with him, Okay, agreed. There are some really messed up and fucked up individuals. Like, and there's this video, you can check it out. Indian guy, he goes abroad. He's an old man. He's a grandfather. This cop arrests him. He's not resisting. He puts his hand behind his back and then trips him over face down. He breaks his neck and is paralyzed. So, it was caught on video. So you have mental cases like that. But majority are normal people. So if any cop were to pull me over, I will be most respectful. I will not say, why are you pulling me over? What do you want? This, that. Show me your ID. No, nothing. I'll be very cooperative, very respectful. That's why all these years, even though I've had so many times cops have, stopped me, never had a bad incident. Even when one cop in UAE, he stopped me for, he said, he took me to the police station in Dubai. And then I didn't do anything. And then next thing I know, he's telling me he's going to deport me because I look satanic. I'm evil. So he made me literally stay in the police headquarters for, I think, 8 hours. And I really thought I was going to be deported for doing nothing. He just said I'm satanic. So even there, I was very respectful. And the following moment when I was called, I was given a full-fledged apology and escorted to the door by the top boss. Well, I spoke to my contact. That's a different thing. But They were very nice. So I never had a problem. Even in Thailand here, so many times the cops have stopped me to check my documents, whatever. They've been very respectful. They've been very nice. So Black Lives Matter, any lives matter, all lives matter. And if you're polite, if you're cooperative, if you are nice and you don't start screaming, shout, why are you doing this? What are you doing? And you see some other people, they behave like fucking retarded. Oh, why are you stopping me? Why I can't do this? Why I can't do that? Show me your ID, blah, 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 blah. And then you run away from a cop or you, like today's headline, there's a guy, black guy who got shot dead for running away from a cop and grabbing his taser and attacking the cop. So he got shot. So because of that, it seems the chief of police has resigned due to pressure. I mean, you see the video, the guy, he grabs the cop's taser and he tries to attack the cop and he got shot. Why the fuck are you doing that? Just be cooperative. You know, if you don't resist, they'll not do anything. You resist, you push. Of course, an incident will happen, right? Yeah. People can say whatever they want. Yes, corruption exists. Yes, bad cops are there. Yes, bad human beings are there. But that doesn't mean all the cops are bad. Here's a simple thing. If all the cops were to stop doing their work and they say we protest, do you know the number of people who would be looting and stealing and causing you harm? And when that happens, who do you call for protection? Who? It's very easy to talk all this bullshit. So, then what else? Yeah, apart from that, my room. Always a challenge to fucking clean my room, man. I'll tell you, no matter how many times I clean my room and keep it in place, after 1 day or 2 days, we begin to wonder what the fuck happened here. There is cold drinks, there is food items, there's plates, there's tissue, there is books, there is stuff that I purchased, there are receipts, coins, and the worst part is all that food items and stuff all around and dust. So cleaning itself is a big thing. So that's another challenge for me. I really like to keep my stuff clean, I like to keep my stuff clean. I don't know, is it age or what? But I like to keep things in order. So everything nice. When things are in order, you feel very happy. So I like to keep things in order. And maybe because I'm old or getting old, I literally, what I do is give you an idea. For example, my table, just imagine there is soda bottles, there is cold drink, there is plates of food that I ate before sleeping, there is tissue, there is earbuds, there is books. Okay, that's how my typical table will be filled with stuff, chocolate wrappers and all that. Okay, so I take out everything is taken out, and after everything is taken out, I first clean with nice wet cloth. Okay, after that I clean it dry, then I clean with alcohol, so you get the alcoholic smell. Once that is there, okay, fine, it's perfect. Then I put my that full table mat for the mouse, and I clean that and I make it like it's black cloth, make it nicely like looks like black fresh, that dark black. And then after that I only keep what is necessary. Even the keyboard you have to clean sometimes. Fuck, there is breadcrumbs and all that. So I tap the keyboard, remove everything out. Mouse also you have to clean sometimes. When eating food, you take the mouse and you're clicking that. I know, disgusting. So clean that, and then clean the dust. The dust is so irritating. You clean the dust. The computer screen, especially if you have an iMac, if you clean with the normal cloth, you'll have a very funny coating. There's a special cloth you need to use for an iMac to get that, dark, fresh glow without any fingerprints or anything. So After I make all that fresh, keep everything in place. Then there is so much of stuff like you're like, fuck, what is this? Then all the other stuff, I make sure I keep it in place, keep it in order, because if I dump it, then it just builds like a mountain, you know. So everything. So my computer desk is nice. Clean my chair nicely. Then by the time that is over, the other table is there. So I keep my iPads to clean that nicely, make the screen look nice. Fingerprints are there, dust is there. That is clean. Then I clean that table. I have the gaming computer, clean that as well. Remove everything. Then by the time you take all the dust, everything goes one side. And then suddenly you look down and you see so much of dirt like on the ground. Breadcrumbs and small food items and dust and whatnot. So then I clean the floor, sweep, and after that, I like to clean it with bleach and alcohol. So that strong smell is there, you know. I can tell you one thing, it kills all the bacteria, disease, germs, all the shit. It takes me roughly around 1 hour to do this. But after that, you feel like, this is my office. Just love that. You feel amazing. I like that. I like my office to look clean and spick and spam, and just love that. It's a good feeling. So that's my office. And that's how I keep it clean. Feels good. What else? What else do I have to tell you guys? Anything else for me to worry about or think about? Oh yeah, the books. I have to read, when the COVID crisis came, Michael Ostermeyer, I think his name is, not too sure. He wrote a book on COVID-19. So, why is that buffalo crying? Crying for his mother. I think so. Alright, so what I was saying was the book I bought on COVID-19, that guy who was part of the team. So I bought that book just to get an understanding of the virus. It's not going to change my life or anything, but it's always good to understand how did the virus originate, who discovered it. So I'm just trying to finish that book, man. I finished 50% of that book. 50% is left. So it's the reason I read the book is just to discipline myself. It's very important to discipline yourself, you know. Otherwise, you don't grow. You don't grow as a human being. So it's very important to have a knowledge base on various subjects, various topics. It helps you grow as an individual. So I want to finish that book. And after I finish that book, I'll hopefully move to the next book. See this book. And talking about books, my other thing which I do is gaming. To my surprise, and I've changed as a person where gaming is, I find it so surprising. Once upon a time, like any game I could play like mad. I come from the day and age where I used to play Unreal Tournament. Just it's a shoot 'em up. Then Quake, Age of Empires was there. I remember the first online game downloadable was going too fast. The first downloadable game was means you had to pay for playing Mafia Wars, Zynga online entertainment. Mafia Wars was there. Then kind of Sim City Simulator. It's I can't get the name. Metropolis or something. So I used to play those games. But the olden days was like Age of Empires, all that. So those days I could play these games and kill my time and enjoy. But today, even when I play a game, if I don't know, I'm changed as a person. I just finished Stronghold. Okay, I just finished Stronghold. It's a strategy game. I was so fucking particular when I couldn't complete a stage. It was driving me fucking nuts. And when I couldn't complete a stage, I literally went to YouTube, found out any player who has completed the stage, and then tried to find out how did he do it, learn the strategies of how did he do it, and do it step by step. You have to keep saving the game, progressing, because if you make one mistake, the whole game is lost. So you have to do step by step by step. So step one, I save. After 5 minutes, take another step. Oh, guys got killed. Okay, need to do it again. Position then there, position then there, and save. And after a few more minutes, position him here. Okay, save. Oh, attack this guy. Oh, save. Okay. So that way I completed two of the hardest stages. In Stronghold 20, 21 and 22. Those are the last two stages. You can just check it out on YouTube, Stronghold. So, strategy game. So I enjoyed that. I finished it. I was trying Serious Sam. Once upon a time, I loved Serious Sam. I don't know what the fuck. Now when I'm playing Serious Sam, it makes me feel nauseated. I don't know. It just makes me feel very, because there on the screen I'm moving, but in real life I'm not moving. Makes me pukish, So I was not able to play that game. I tried so many times. I'm going to uninstall that game. I didn't enjoy it. I was trying Wolfenstein. It's good, but I hate those stealth modes where you have to creep up on someone and kill someone. I just like standing and shooting, man. It makes it so easier. This creeping up on someone and trying to kill him fucking takes time. Hate that. And now I'm trying to figure out whether I want to play Diablo or whether I want to play. One is Diablo. The other one is Zelda open world. I didn't like it so much. I tried, but it's so fucking vast. You don't know where the fuck to go, what the fuck to do. Then there are so many games like The Witcher 3, Mass Effect. They're saying it's a great storyline. But I'm asking myself, do I really want to play a game that has a long, drawn-out story, or you go anywhere, you don't know what the fuck you're doing? I remember playing Diablo 2 when I was young. This is nearly 20 years ago. Now I'm thinking whether I should play, but before I start playing, I don't know, I'm just afraid that after I put all these hours into the game, maybe I'll not enjoy it. So for the past week, I've been just struggling to think whether I want to play the game or not. Another fucking headache. It's crazy, right? Even to play a game, there's so much of analysis, hyper analysis. I want to be sure, like popular games, which the world loves, but I may not like XCOM. People love it like crazy. I found it a little hard to do. I didn't enjoy it that much. Civilizations, I heard it's the most addictive game, but there's so much to learn. I'm like even afraid to even start because I'm like, shit, there's so much to learn. So I don't know, maybe it's because I'm getting old, I'm so worried. The easiest games are these Candy Crush, Plants vs. Zombies, and Dominations, an online game. It's a little bit more simpler. Even though Dominations is a steep learning curve, and hell lot of money, hell lot of effort. Fuck. It's that game I spent $10,000 upgrading. So that's gaming. What else? Oh yeah. I had a couple of girls who tried to make passes at me. When I went out to do shopping. So one of them even gave her phone number. Said, what? Hey, keep in touch. I came home, I told my wife. She asked me, where is that number? So I threw it out. Nice chick. She had a nice ass. How do I know she had a nice ass? She was wearing that, I don't know, that short jeans where you can see her bum, a little bit of her bum cheeks. Nice. Look, hot. I think Russian or Far Eastern hot feet. Had it been the old Loy Machedo, fact, by now, action. But now it's like, getting too old for this shit, man. And last but not the least, my client base, some really high profile people like CEOs and directors. down to earth people, very mature people, nice people, very genuine. So it's incredible, it's incredible that you start meeting these people who are CEOs and directors. Like when you're young, you always dream, oh, one day I'll be a CEO, one day I'll be a director. But then you enter the corporate world and you realize at some point you're never going to be a CEO, never going to be a director. You can see them, you can say hi to them, but that's about it. You'll never get to know them on a one-to-one basis. So for me, a school dropout, to bump into a CEO and director and they are paying me money, that is like big thing, You're talking of people who are earning $20,000 a month, $30,000 a month. The highest, I think $45,000 a month, plus a lot of other perks and benefits, house and family and shares of the company and so much of shit. Unbelievable, I'll tell you that. They're very educated, they're very smart, they're such brilliant minds, unbelievable personalities. So, it's always humbling because I'm a guy from a village, hardly any education, hardly any guidance. So for having these guys who are educated in Washington, who are educated in Yale, Oxford, even a Harvard Business School, it's like you would never believe that it would happen. Never believe that a person of that caliber can get in touch with you for advice. You only see in movies, or you only hear, oh, YouTube, Harvard Business School and all that. But you never think that a Harvard business graduate or a CEO or a director or someone who's earning, $45,000 a month would contact you and I would like to book your services. And I go, fuck, okay. Obviously, I don't show them, oh, fuck. But now I'm used to it because I've been doing it now for some time. But once a while when I do get these, like I might get in a year now. Okay, let me tell you, like this year, now it's 6 months. I've got around four CEOs, directors, high level, very high positions paying me. They pay me shitload of money, man. Shitload. And, their profiles are like global, So shitload of work is involved. That's why I charge them a bomb. And they get very surprised to know how much money I'm charging for making their profile. They get pretty surprised. But then they go ahead with it. I don't know, is it trust or what it is? And I'll tell you, the greatest satisfaction is when they say, I was pretty skeptical, I took a risk, but you're absolutely worth it. And then they come down to the human side where they talk to you like a human being, like as if they've known you as a friend. It's a very touching experience, I'll tell you that. My bread and butter anyway is personal branding. There's nothing compared to that. $10,000, $25,000, $50,000. Although I wish I would get my $100,000 customer. I got only two. All these years, only two, $100,000. If I get $100,000, I'll be very happy. Because what happens is, it's good money, man. It's good money for your guidance, for your knowledge. But it's like a rare occurrence, very rare. Because a guy who can spend $100,000 has shitload of options. I'll tell you, the type of people these guys are, they are the types who will just literally fly down and come and meet you. Because for them, they're investing so much of money. They want to talk, discuss, know what they're getting. But I'll tell you, it's very challenging. It's very, very challenging. Because these kind of guys at that level, is it a snake? Yes, it's a snake. Dead snake. Can't see it, it's flattened. These guys at this level, the mindset is totally something else. I really have to do a lot of work. Like I tell you, earning money is not easy. But once you know how to make it, it goes on a roll. So yeah. What else I have to tell you? Yeah, about this one. This people losing their jobs and all that. That's one last thing which I wanted to talk to you about. In a way, see, these are my thoughts, okay? You can agree, you can disagree. In a way, people losing their jobs and this pandemic, in a way, it's kind of good because it has shaken people's foundations. It has made them realize I'm human. It has made them vulnerable. It has made them think about the future. Almost majority of them were living their lives on borrowings. Once upon a time where you take a loan only after a well thought out, process, and you'd evaluate the options, you'd consider the risk. Taking a loan was a shameful thing, but you take a loan only because you wanted to be sure, that you're taking it for something important. People wouldn't take loans for like senseless reasons, and they would take maybe one loan in a lifetime. But today's economy, taking a loan has become a fashion statement. You want a car, you take a personal loan. You want a house, you take a mortgage. You want to study, you take educational loan. You want to start a business, you take a loan. You want something personally, you take a loan. You want to buy something, you buy on a credit card. That's a loan. You want to eat outside, you take on a credit card. You want to spend a good doctor, you spend a loan. So everything is a loan. Your whole life, it's like you take loans and you're taking the money, but you need to pay it back. And the paying back, you think, oh, okay, whatever money I get from my job, I'll pay every month. What they don't understand is it builds, especially a credit card, the amount builds. And you keep paying and you keep paying. And it's like, how much water you put into that, it's never enough. It's like a vicious cycle that will never end. They go on and on and on and on until one fine day, the person wakes up and thinks, where the fuck is the money going? What the fuck am I doing? Or some unexpected tragedy takes place, like he loses his job or his salary gets cut down, or now he has to run pillar to post for some problem, or his expenses have shot up because someone in the family is sick, or some new responsibility has come, or he's now married, or he has children. And then all of a sudden, he realizes, oh shit, all that impulsive spending, I have to pay for it. And now I don't have the money. And when they calculate how much money they have to actually pay back, they realize they'll not be able to do it in 1 year, 2 years, some cases 5 years, some cases even 10 years. And then when they don't have the job, completely and utterly fucked. Absolutely fucked. So what do you do then? So this pandemic has made people realize that. Like before, you'd see so many teenagers and youngsters, oh, change the world, do this, transgender rights, all bullshit. The weather, the this, the that. Oh, travel the world, I want to be a digital nomad. Now what happened? Finished. When they can't get money, all this bullshit stops. They come back to earth. Fundamentals, the basics. And now, oh, the government has to take care of me. Oh, I need this, oh, I need that. They're expecting free meals, free stuff. Doesn't work like that, man. So in a way, this pandemic has made people sit up, take notice, get serious about life. And in a way, it's really good. I'll tell you, really good. See, for example, for me, I've been living like this for all these years. Like, I stay in this forest. There's no customer, there's no client. My whole business model is online. The whole business model is for me to earn money by generating value, by marketing myself, by selling myself. Others I cannot earn. I cannot survive. How will I survive? How will I earn? So it taught me to be very afraid. It taught me to be very insecure. It taught me to be uh, on the edge every single day, to get up and plan out my things and look into the future, analyze things. It gave me a set of skills that I didn't have before. Like, for example, now this running that I do, okay, I do 6 rounds. I think it's now maybe 300 or 400 meters up and 400 meters down. I'm just saying maybe. Initially, when I started, I think I could do only 100 meters. For a guy who used to do half marathon, my health and everything else had totally gone for a toss. And I was not able to do even 50 meters because I was bleeding, And I used to sit in the toilet. As to literally, blood used to just come out of my body and I would become pale white, I was literally like bleeding to death. You see my previous videos, I was literally like, if I would go walking, I'd feel dizzy and almost fall down. I thought I was going to die. I could only do like 50 meters. Just imagine, just think, 50 meters for a guy who used to do a half marathon, who was to practice for triathlon, who was to, do all these things. So I couldn't do 50 meters. So from 50 meters went to 100 meters. 100 meters went to 200, 400, 600, 1 kilometer. Then slowly I started doing, 1.5, 2, 3. Now I find even 5 kilometers, easy. It's not like before. I just do a little bit every day, So this skill built up over the time. It took a lot of hard work. It was not easy. Discipline, dedication, effort, There was no shortcut. There was no hack. There was no easy way to do this, man. I had to do every single day, again and again and again. There are some days I'd get up and oh shit, I don't want to get up. There are some days I like, man, my body's aching, I'll not do it. Some days I'll be like, I just don't feel like. Some days I'll be like, I'll do 1 round. Yeah, your body feels different. So it's all in the head, you need to push yourself. Today I can do 6 and I find it, now it's become easier and it's pretty long, lengthy. I can do it. And every 2 weeks or so, I push like from here to there, a little bit extra, Every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, go a little bit more, push the body a little bit more, So in the same way, the skills that I have online is all trial and error. It's constant experimentation. It's constant hard work. It is constant effort, And I've been at it again and again and again. And today I'm good. In fact, you'll be very surprised to know. Even I was surprised actually when it happened. This guy asked me for my services and he sent me a mail that I'd sent him, I think, 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago. And why I felt that he sent me a mail 4 years ago is because when he sent me a CV resume for a job in Europe, he said, Loy, your charges of $149. So $149, I looked at the CV, I was like, no fucking way. The CV has so much of work. And that's also for a European market. So I told him, no, sorry, it's not $149. This will go up to $700 or $800. So he's like, what the fuck? He's saying, yeah, but you had quoted me at $149. I said, when did I quote you? It turned out to be 4 years ago. I said, boss, I have changed. You have changed. People have involved. My processes have improved. That what I offered you that time, I was just starting off. Because that time I just come down to Samui, My whole business model was moving online, which I had not done before. So I said, that time I offered those rates because I was just starting. Today I have clientele, I have a waiting list. And my main focus is personal branding, not these CVs. So, you know, he was pretty shocked. He didn't get back to me. But after a few days, he got back to me. He confirmed the deal. He asked me for a little discount. I was like, okay, I just gave him a little bit. But imagine, I started off at 149. Today, that same work, I'm charging like $800, So it's because I've evolved. It's because I worked hard on my craft. It's because I studied how to improve, how I can give more value, how I can, do something so amazing that a person would be willing to pay me more. And it takes guts and confidence to be able to charge like 4 times or 5 times more than what you're charging every year. So imagine from $100 or $149 for me to charge for the same work $800. Obviously, there's a massive spike, a massive improvement. So in the same way, it's like you need to grow, you need to evolve, you need to improve every year. Every year you should be earning more. Otherwise, you're fucking stupid. How will I manage my expenses, man? I have a mouth to feed. I have now 2 months to feed, including myself. I need to save for the future. One day, I'll no longer be relevant. People will no longer want to pay me for my services or myself. I'll be outdated. Then what do I do when I'm 60 or 70 years old? Maybe nobody will care to even take my advice or counsel. Then what do I do? So need to work. Anyway, so this is what it is. Just thought I'd share a couple of thoughts, musings. I don't know if you got any value, but this is my way of sharing my thoughts about life, about just basic stuff, man. Like I tell everyone, we are all getting old. In fact, one of my videos, yesterday, one of my friends, he's a guy who works for the BJP, for Modi, very influential guy, quite powerful. He found out my channel, I don't know how, but we have become good online friends. Like he celebrated his 50th birthday, okay? And I wished him, and we were just talking and laughing about it. Like, first when he saw me, he was like, okay, this guy's anti-BJP because I used to post stuff against the policies of BJP. But then he realized I was not a bad guy. He got in touch and we started to talk to each other like normal people. And eventually we realized we both like each other. We're good friends. So, we may not agree on everything, but we absolutely respect each other on so many other things. So our disagreements are very small. Like he believes in, drinking cow urine and this thing that is good for health. It has Ayurvedic properties. I find it ridiculous. He is religious. He believes in his Hindu gods. I'm an atheist. He loves his country, India. I always find something to, disagree or criticize. But we get along pretty fine. So, I was just telling him we are getting old, and he was laughing and I was laughing. And that's how life is, man. You agree, you disagree. You don't have to agree on everything, but you can still respect each other. You can still like each other. And he celebrated his 50th birthday yesterday. So we're just talking about life in general. You can see that guy who just went. This guy used to stay in Samui. He stayed all these years. It's pretty comfortable. After the COVID-19 crisis now, no money. And he has to leave the country and he doesn't know if he'll ever come back. He's like 50 plus. He doesn't know what he's going to do. Doesn't know what's the future. So that's the thing about getting old. You need to be smart. You need to keep working hard. You need to keep earning money. I don't know what the fuck is going to happen. So back to my office after a shower, after coffee, back to work, and we'll bump into you guys and listen to what you guys have to say. All right, guys, take care. Put your comments down below. This is me as usual signing off. Ta-da.
Don't you hate it when that happens to you? When it does, you need this and this and this. When it happens to me, I always know where to go. When you've got professionals on your side, your problems don't stand a chance. What are you waiting for? Contact them today and let them take care of your problems.